Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again at optionalpha.com, and in this video I want to show you how to enter a short strangle inside of your thinkorswim platform. Again, this video is mainly just for the logistics or the mechanics behind how to set up this trade and get into it, not necessarily when you should be using it or how to price it, market scenarios that are best for short strangles. We have other videos that kind of go over that, but again, it's more of along the lines of using thinkorswim and getting the order in. So again, inside of your thinkorswim platform, when you go in there, you're going to be working inside of the actual trade tab itself, and then you're going to want to type in the ticker symbol of whatever security you're trading, and then finally open up the contract month or weekly options that you want to trade. In this case, we're just going to go with the default April contracts because that's what's available at the time I'm doing this video. Now remember, a strangle is the combination of selling an out of the money put option. So you're going to sell an out of the money put option, and you're going to sell an out of the money call option. So we're not trading at the money options like what we would do with a straddle. With a strangle, you're selling out of the money options. Again, you can kind of basically set up this trade to have whatever probability of success you want. You can set up to have a 70, 80, 90% chance of success. You can skew it whatever you want, okay? So in this case, we'll just choose two strike prices here just so we have something to work off of. But let's say you wanted to do the 238 calls and the 232 puts. Again, not necessarily that we would do this. I'm just showing you how to get the trade actually in. So if you want to do the 232 puts and the 238 calls, what you want to do is right-click on either one of these options and go over to sell and then go over to strangle. So this is the first way that you can set this up. Now this way I do not prefer, because what happens is, and you can see this in the order dialog box, is that the system assumes you want to sell the closest two options. So it assumes by default that you want to sell the 238 calls, which is what you clicked on, but that you also want to sell the 237.5 puts. And that would be basically like a very tight strangle, almost a straddle, but you're not selling out of the money options here. You're selling an in the money put option, in fact, a deep in the money put option. So it's not the best trade to make, obviously, but the system doesn't know that, and they just want to group the trade together. So what you would have to do from here is manually go to whatever strike price you want to trade, in our case 232. You'd have to manually change that strike price here. So you would go to the 232 options, and then the credit would change to reflect that. Now, I think that that's a little bit confusing for some people, and what I prefer to do instead is I prefer to actually manually click on the strike prices so I know exactly which one I'm buying or selling, and this is mainly one of the ways that we do a lot of our advanced strategies here at Option Alpha. So if you're on your computer, you can hold down the control key, whether you're on a Mac or a PC, and then you can see when I hover over either the bid or the ask, it tells me if I'm selling or buying. So I'm going to hover over the bid, and I'm going to click on the bid of the 238 calls, and that will bring up my short call. So I'm going to sell those. And at the same time, I'm still holding on to the control key. I can also click on the bid price for the 232 puts. And when I do that, it will automatically associate those two contracts together. So if you hold on that control key, it will know that you're trying to put together a more complex order instead of just one particular strike price. So now it builds out the same trade that we had before. The system recognizes that it's a strangle, and it has the 238 calls, the 232 puts, and then our credit. Now from here, of course, you can kind of mess around with the credits and see maybe you want to go closer on this side, you want to go further out, or whatever the case is, and kind of mess around with your credits and maybe skew it a little bit if you want to. Again, this is all up to you and what you want to do, but the price will reflect whatever you choose for your strike prices and contract month. So once you've got it to where you want it, you just hit confirm and send, and you're all set and ready to go. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments or feedback on strangles and how to get them in, please add them to the comment section right below here. If you enjoyed this video, thought it was helpful, please consider sharing it online. Help spread the word about what we're trying to do here at Option Alpha. And until next time, happy trading.